Hey guys, how you doing? This is NKH and we have another video. I'm just telling you everything that you need to know before I break down every profession from this week onward. And there's just a lot of stuff that has changed if you haven't played Dragonflight, if you haven't kept up with the news. There's been a lot of changes to the professions and it was a lot of good changes. Actually, the professions look very good. And since Blizzard said that it's mostly done, we're gonna be talking about the stats, the stages of every profession, where everything's gonna happen. So if you don't have the channel subbed, please sub the channel and like the videos. From this day onward, we're gonna be breaking down a profession every 3 days. So make sure you won't miss the next videos. Okay, so here's a quick recap of the stats in case you haven't played Dragonflight or in case you haven't kept up with the news. The most biggest thing ever, and this is the simplest explanation that I can think of about it, is the inspiration. Inspiration has gotten removed and it has gotten replaced with two new stats. It's called concentration and ingenuity. Now, concentration is basically inspiration from Dragonflight. It was a system that would proc your gear to the next tier randomly. The higher the chance you had, the higher it was probable to proc. But even at the highest stats and highest chance, sometimes it just took like 10 tries to proc. And that was really confusing and frustrating for players, so Blizzard got it removed. Now, concentration, however, is something way more fun. It's basically inspiration, but you can use it at will. But it has a cooldown. So when you use the concentration button and it's right here, it will completely and automatically give you the next tier. You use it at will. Now, ingenuity, however, is resourcefulness for the concentration cooldown. That's the simplest way to put it, seriously. I mean, it refunds you the amount of concentration that you used to craft the last gear that you crafted. Let me show you so you have a better idea of what I mean, because it's just something that you have to see. Let's see. We have storm-touched weapon wrap here, and with the gear that we have, we get a rank 2. Now, when you use concentrate, you will automatically get rank 3. You craft it, and it will use an amount of 109 concentration to craft it to rank 3. If ingenuity procs, it will give you back half of what you spend on this. It will give you back about 55 concentration because it procced. So still there is a random factor in this system, but it's less frustrating. And if you spend your stats on ingenuity, you get just more concentration back and you can craft more stuff with concentration, and you don't need to just spend specific points to guarantee tier 5 gear. I hope you understand what I mean, because this is a system that you actually need to try to fully grasp on. But that's about it. That's everything that changed stat-wise from Dragonflight, and it's a really good change. The other stats are really simple. Resourcefulness will refund you the mats that you used to craft the item, and you can just then sell it again on the auction house for more profit, or you can just craft more items with it, so it will save you gold. Multi-craft on reagents and consumables will help you proc more items, like more than one. If you spend knowledge points on trees, it will sometimes even proc 4 times, like the Dracodes back in Dragonflight. You could have a multi-craft build and it will proc you 4 Dracodes. That was just amazing. And we have crafting speed, which will save you time in the long sessions of crafting, like crafting potions, crafting flasks, and crafting every reagent. So this is all of the stats. Now that that's done, one other thing that I want to remind you about is that if you haven't watched the first two videos that I did on the warwooting professions that will teach you how to hunt knowledge points, how to have a comp for becoming a master crafter. Go watch them, they are really useful and they could just tell you stuff that you aren't aware of, so please go watch them. And most importantly, the first thing you want to do when crafting is to just get the full equipment. Get everything that will give you an edge, so you would have an easier time crafting and just selling equipment. Now that everything is explained, I want to just divide up each profession into 5 stages, because there are just a lot of happening when you're doing all of the professions, and you might just feel lost. You might not know what the main goal is at a certain time, and keeping it up and being consistent is really important when you want to become a master crafter, to just have the most profits that you can crafting first week's spark gear. So the first stage is going to be scaling up to the threshold where you need spark gear. The second one is going to be using your alt spark, your guildies, public orders, or if you can find any order on the trade chat, to advance to 100 skill. The third one's gonna be to just distribute your knowledge points in a way that you can craft every piece of T5 gear that your profession offers with concentration. The fourth stage is going to be how to distribute it further, so you can just guarantee everything and just cut out the concentration and just being able to craft everything at rank 5 with tier 3 mats. And the last stage is just how to optimize your build to just maximize the profit that you're having from it, just how to get bit more resourcefulness, how to use certain multi-craft nodes to your favor, stuff like that. And we're gonna be doing that for each profession every 3 days. So make sure to have the channel subbed, and I will see you in the next video. That's probably going to be the leatherworking one. I'm gonna start with leatherworking. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Goodbye.